table room. Beatdown Brown. Eddie B.
Dirty, dirty,
Dirty, dirty,
Dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty, dirty, dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty.
Tell the people more about the advantages of our product.
They never lose their cool.
Expand your mind. But I've got a better source of information.
Dirty.
Yeah. Dirty 30 Beatdown Brown and 23andE. Y'all need to go ahead and fund that, man.
What's happening, fam?
Chilling out, brother. How you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. All right, man. We are coming to you right after that. I can't call it epic, but you know, the Netflix, the mythical, respectacle. Was it a respectacle or just a spectacle?
It was just a spectacle.
Spectacle. Okay, but
we gonna go first of all. Hello, all. We are here. This is Dirty 30, our show.
yes,
I'm
sir.
Beatdown Brown, my man, 23andE, man, and if we seem like we had a little bit of a loss for words.
I'm not. I let the dust settle, man. What we're referring to is today's Saturday we record, but yesterday was Friday, and we are referencing the Netflix premiere of Boxing. I'm not gonna be mad at them folks for what they did last night. The undercards were damn. I mean, it was pretty damn good.
Two of them.
Yeah, two of them was. But the thing that tripped me out was I knew it was gonna be some hiccups because it's a streaming service.
Mhm.
I mean, because me and Low Sodium, we on the same coast, but yet, he was like a round or two ahead of me. He's texting me during the fight. I'm like, I had to turn my phone over, like, shit, shut up. I don't wanna,
Got you.
he was talking about the ring walk and they still talking, with Andre Ward and them. I was like, what is he? Ah, shit, it's streaming. And then the lady got a call from back home when the fight was over. The girls was fighting, So I was just like, what the fuck? All right, thank you for the thumbs up. That was, it's cool. But that was one of the hiccups, and I kind of figured something like that would happen, but I didn't know it was going to be that awkward. Like you couldn't talk to somebody in like real time. If they coming from a different coast, it wasn't synced. And that threw me off a little bit because I was like, what is he? Every time he'll blow me up, I was like, what is he talking about? And I'm like, oh shit, okay, he ahead of me. Fuck. Turn my phone off. Like I'll talk to him after the fight's over.
Okay.
He kept, it was like, spoiler alert. But go ahead, man.
I actually did not have a bad situation with it. Funny enough, okay, so brother worked the night shift.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started it at home with the wife, and we're watching it, and we watched the first two undercards,
okay.
And at home, actually, first three undercards we watched at home. I watched the ladies at the gig,
okay,
and of course watched the main event at the gig. And it's kind of funny because I have horrible service at work,
okay.
so I was fully expecting it to be a problem, and it wasn't.
Right.
And that was shocking. I was
Nice.
great. I was great
Nice.
at the gig.
Okay.
And that was weird. But going with the whole thing, first of all, let's give a shout out to Netflix Boxing. That's a hell of a presentation.
It was.
As far as how they presented it.
Yeah.
The commentary outside of my one man once it I don't know who sound like an older white guy that was
One of the commentators
doing commentating. Sound like he had imbibed a little bit too much by the time it got to the Tyson thing, because I don't know who Iron Mike Timish is. I don't know who Iron Mike Timish is.
I don't that in his Tupac references, but
besides
dude,
that,
first of all, who in the hell was like, we're gonna put on this big old show on Netflix for the first time? You know who we need as a commentator? Rosie Perez.
You hated on that? I thought,
Bro, come
boy,
on,
dog.
man.
I thought-
I mean, she was sitting there like she's watching it from the seats, not actually being a commentator. She was like, "Ooh, look at that one." And then you got old Roy. I'm not a fan of Roy being a commentator of he's a better. I like him boxing and I like him coaching. I don't like him commentating because he's
I
country.
thought Roy was a little weak. I thought Rosie was on point.
Now Rosie and said no.
Said no.
No, nah, bro.
Said has gotten kind of to the point where I look at Steve Harvey right now. If y'all, for those that I don't think any of our audience don't know who we referencing, but we talk about Cedric the Entertainer. Cedric wasn't a cat, but Lennox and Evander was on point.
Yeah.
Lennox looked good, man. It was weird. I didn't recognize him at first. I don't watch Lennox Lewis.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't. Here goes my thing about I'm a sports guy, but for what it costs to be invested in sports, I cut the cable a long time before everybody had their own streaming service and everything else.
Yeah,
and I was spoiled in the beginning when I still had DirecTV. I worked for them. So, I had the NFL package and all the college packages and all that stuff. I used to get all that stuff for free. I used to get all the pay-per-views for free. So I used to pay attention to everything. But then after I stopped working for them and lost that little hookup.
And realized everything that went to streaming service, you have to have a subscription to watch basic fucking football now. And they're feeling it now. Now they're talking about our viewership is down. Like, you think? But go ahead, man.
But even with that, my squad not being from my area,
yes,
it was like, it was like not having a ticket, and how much the ticket costs. Like, I'm not going to spend this much to freaking watch the Bucks. And then I'm a Canes fan. It's like, I'm not going to spend this much to watch the fucking Canes be bad for how many years they were. And it was like, okay, so but you could still keep up with it.
Yeah.
Not having all the brothers here. Yeah, y'all whack ass motherfuckers moving. Nah. But not having everybody here and not rotating that circle or everybody chipping in for a pay-per-view. Right. I don't keep up with boxing like that. And even with UFC, as much as I do keep up on it, I don't have all the backstory. So I don't watch boxing like y'all watch boxing. And I don't go out and hit the sports bars. So, what I'm saying? That changes too. So with watching everything going on, I enjoyed it. The presentation was cool. So like, you might know, like, oh, this combination of presenters is bomb. This combination of them is garbage.
It was just the fact that it was, I understand this is a first time, rollout or whatever, but I was hoping that they would at least, but I guess it goes with the theme of the whole, the whole Jake Paul thing or whatever. Like, just pull, we're gonna be unorthodox. We just gonna, this guy took a different route. Why don't we use different commentators or whatever? But if y'all gonna have cats like Andre Ward, I guess he was, supposed to be like the anchor, to make sure that shit flowed a little smoothly or whatever. Transitioning left, transitioning right. But yeah, man, it was a little weird. But shout out to MVP. That whole promotional squad, man, they did the damn thing, and this gonna change the game as far as, because you see the numbers that are coming in, and cats are like, hold on, man, we don't even get that on pay-per-view. We could do a Netflix special, boxing special, and Mike, shit, he 58 and banged out, damn near $20 million for damn near half an hour worth of work. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you want to go over the undercards first? What do you want to do?
I just want
undercards.
I mean, well, you if you have the the names, whatever. Because I didn't pay attention to the ladies until that fight. I didn't know it was like a rematch.
Any championships like that going on?
Yeah, it was Barrios and Ramos. That was for a belt.
I thought both of them were for a belt. Ramos was for a belt, and
yeah, that is right.
The ladies, the other set of ladies, the last set of ladies, Serrano and Taylor.
Yes,
Serrano and Taylor. So
she got robbed. God damn, she got robbed. I mean,
she got robbed. I thought Ramos turned that fight around in the end. and he kind of got played a little bit too with that split decision.
I could see the split because they both got dropped. I could see that split, but the other one, somebody called it what 16-10 or something, like 116 to 110. I was just
they was working for her on that one.
Yeah, they was like, hurry up, give your speech, and get your ass back to Ireland. Yeah, because little mama, man, was wrong after she got that headbutt and split her shit open, man, and that was hanging out like chip chop ham. Yeah, man, it was bad. I thought they was gonna stop it. She was like, nah, we got to run this. We got to run this. And shout out again to Jake Paul for getting these ladies paid. I don't know what they made, but I'm pretty sure it was up there. You know, they got a nice piece of change for what they did, and damned if they didn't put on the show.
I was about to say, they were outside of Ramos Barrios. That was the show right there.
That was it. Thank you. That was it.
that was the
that
show.
Was
that
it.
Was the show. They put on a hell of a fight, even outside of the cheating implications, the headbutts, all like that.
Yeah,
that was the show.
Yes,
and I did appreciate it. They worked hard as hell. That was dope, and it makes me. I'm one of the weird ones. That's just like, sometimes lady sports is better than the dudes at times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, outside of the NBA, you know what I'm saying, and even the WNBA is taking an uptick now, where it's turning into a better game. But like rugby, all that stuff, rugby, soccer, I pay attention a lot to. Women's sports, tennis, I mainly watch the ladies as compared to what the dudes got going on, because it's usually the one or two powerhouses, and then everybody else kind of falls by the wayside when it comes to men's sports half the time. And so seeing the ladies boxing like that, it's like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't really paid attention after Clarissa Shields, and then her foolishness. Wasn't she the one trying to talk about she was going to knock out a dude?
Yeah, she went there,
and
she got to start feeling herself a little bit.
Like, it's like, you dope, but I need you to chill out.
But I tell you one, speaking of her, that she need to run it. I think, what was her name, Layla Ali or whatever. She said she wanted to spar, you know, not even necessarily a fight. I think that might be the next Jake Paul Tyson-ish type fight on the undercard or whatever.
She want to get that with who? She want to run that with who?
What's it called? Layla Ali was the other. Remember Muhammad Ali's daughter?
No,
yeah. She I guess Thing kept talking about how, you know, undefeated she is, nobody could touch her or whatever. But I think Layla called her out, was like, why don't we spar for a little bit, and, you know, and see how that go, and we'll go from there. And I guess Clarissa was ducking her, didn't want that smoke, because I think Layla retired as well undefeated, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, Layla was nice. Machine. No, she wasn't nice. She was a machine. That was it.
Yeah, she was like, hey, we could, you know, just not even a fight, just spar, just to, you know, gauge where everybody's at. And you know, Miss Shields, she ducking that smoke. But I'm thinking now, once they see these numbers that came in with the, you know, once Netflix getting their ear, it was like, look, we could have y'all split this. We could have, you know, Clarissa, you know, get a little bit more because she's presently active. But I could see that now, because there's a genuine interest, you know, in female boxing, especially after that show last night. So hopefully, I'm just putting that out there, that they put that play in motion, please.
My whole thing about that is the same way I look at after this fight here. Layla's been out of the game for at least decade, 15 years plus.
Yeah.
I need you to chill out.
Okay.
I need you to chill out and sit it down, because of that legacy. I mean, like we said, Tyson is 40 years older than this dude.
Yeah.
And you literally, like they said, he fought his last fight when this dude was 8 years old. And
I'm looking at the Wikipedia, bro. Layla Ali competed from 99 to 2007. I don't even think Thing was even born yet.
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about.
That's when you just said that. I was just like, never mind. My previous statement, I would like to take that off the record, please.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you have anomalies like the big
Mhm.
three, where you got retired dudes who are going back in there, but you don't have Jordan hopping into the big three talking about I'm gonna
Yeah.
smoke these cats.
Yeah, not at all. Not at
Whatever.
all.
You've got dudes who may be 5 years, 7 years removed from the NBA,
Yeah.
still kind of in pretty dope shape doing their stuff. You don't have no 50-something-year-old dudes in the big three talking about, yeah, let's run it.
Right. I tell you when I knew the fight was done, when Mike did his ring walk and he tripped. And I never seen Mike with the knee brace on in a fight ever. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm always suspect when I see a boxer come in with the knee brace on or whatever, try to wear extra long shorts to try to cover that up. But I know something's, like, dude, you injured. I get it. Something, ain't right. You 58 years old, you wake up like shit, man. I feel like rain coming. My knee tweaking a little bit.
We starting
after
late.
the second round,
we starting late today because I messed up I twisted my ankle at work. And I'm walking around here and I had to run to the store before we started up today. That's why we started late today.
So like I said, when I saw
that
that,
ain't no professional fight.
Yeah, and he after the second round, man, his knees was knocking like that old Cadillac 4100 engine. It was bad. It was bad.
I'm gonna let you know one thing though. I understand bluster, I understand grandiose, I understand selling the product, but I need Jake Paul to be honest. You had nothing left in the tank because you ain't never been hit like that before. Because
I'm gonna say Jake took his foot off the gas because he could have got Mike out of it because he boxed him. He got on his bike, he boxed the shit out of him, and Mike couldn't. Mike was good from the waist up.
Mike, he wasn't. He
That's
couldn't
it.
have taken Mike out there. Mike was
He
hitting
got
Mike
Mike.
square. He was hitting Mike square, and Mike was shrugging him off. If you're
Bro,
looking at at what's going on,
he could have got him out
leg
there.
wide. If he'd walked him around, around that ring, that's what I give you.
Yeah,
if he'd walked him around that ring,
Mhm.
Mike couldn't have walked with him. That would have been he could have gassed Mike like that. But what I'm saying is, if you look at when Mike first started hitting him,
he was like, "What the fuck?"
He stopped his tracks like, "What the hell was that?"
Yes,
He didn't expect to get hit like that, and
Mhm.
this is what I saw during the Barrios Ramos match too. Barrios was up there tagging the shit out of Ramos till Ramos actually got him a couple times, and that took a lot of gas off those punches.
Mhm.
I'm looking at the same thing there. Once Mike started tagging him a couple times, in order to put the power behind it, to put the power to put Mike away, he had to step inside of Mike's wheelhouse. Mike was popping him enough where he's like, well, I'm not going to be able to get there.
What he thought he was going to be able to do, which I don't know why, just like in the Barrios Ramos fight, if you taller than your opponent, you could box the shit out of him, keep him at distance. That's why the ref kept telling stop measuring. That's what Jake Paul was doing. He was measuring like, this is right here. I keep his ass right fucking there. And he told him to stop doing that. That's cheating. But that's what the taller fighter always does. That normally he could do it in his head.
I was about to say he's not a boxer like that, so he can't do it in his head.
He has to actually, like some people can calculate in their head. Some people like us got to use our fingers. And that's what he was doing. And the ref told him, stop doing it. I know what the fuck you doing. Stop doing that. Because like you said, he got a taste of that fucking razor uppercut and was like, I don't like that taste. I'm a boxing. Keep his ass away from my body, and which was smart, but like, he doesn't have that old school skill set to be able to be like, okay, if he take 2 more steps, I know he's in my range. He actually got to stick that hand out there and let Mike run into it a little bit. But Mike is still Mike again from the waist up. But if Jake would have got on his bike and just, rolled around that ring all night, yeah, Mike would have been toast, because he was toast after the second round. It just started, you're 58, your body starts to do different things. Just like Roy was saying, he was like, I don't like his legs. Legs don't look good.
Yeah.
He's like, when I fought him during the pandemic, he was like, I felt every fucking punch. And you saw what Roy was doing. running around the fucking ring.
Yeah.
You know, like
And
shit, he ain't touching me.
and running back, Jake felt every punch.
Yes. Yeah.
He felt every
Yeah.
punch. And when he was catching, I'm telling you, I watched what he did to everybody else.
Mhm.
Because I have watched the replays, all that stuff. I watched him running up to this.
Yeah, that was the
He
pregame. They
didn't.
showed that.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying I actually went back and
Oh,
watched
okay.
all his other fights. Even was it KSI or whatever when
Yeah,
he first
yeah,
started out and all that stuff.
Silver, and all that
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
I watched all that stuff. He was able to eat those, or at least eat them to a point, and then go ahead and do whatever.
Mhm.
Also, those people felt him. Mike didn't feel him.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about him. I understand Mike's legs all day. That's why I said get on the bike, hit it. If he'd hit him with a Floyd, Mike would
Yeah.
have been done. But actually trying to hit him,
No. He did that the first couple minutes and realized that that's not we can't do that. Plan B. I can't bang it out with you. I still can't bang it out with the 58-year-old. It ain't just a 58-year-old. It's the 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Like
Yeah.
this is what Mike is. If he's the ideal fighter, the type of fighter that fights in a phone booth. He's a brawler. You know, he's
Yeah.
not known for going toe to toe and trying to do that dance or whatever. Mike is one of those straight beeline, zero in on you and then try to destroy you, whatever. He's not going around, trying to, figure out an angle. Mike is trying to come right at you and take your head off. Mike tried to start boxing him. He started hopping back. I was like, bro, you didn't even train like that. Look at your legs. You bouncing and it looked like it hurt. It's like that's why he stopped and you caught you. He was just flat-footed the rest of the fight. But that's what Mike does. He's not a boxer. He's a brawler. Two different type of fighters that was in that ring. So that's my take on it, man.
Yeah, I was disappointed in the results, but I wasn't disappointed in the results because what I saw from Mike was Mike could still eat a punch all day. And you're not gonna, as long as Mike didn't go down, I was cool.
That part.
I just want Jake Paul to be honest with himself and get back in the gym. If you're going to keep running this facade that this is what you do and this is who you are,
right? You
need to get in the gym. One, learn how to take a punch, and two, you got to get more power. You don't, because once you start really messing with boxers, you're going to be messing with more boxers that can take a punch.
But it's strategic. This is the whole the whole thing, man. It's strategic. They find these cats or whatever and give them a good payday. And come on, man. It's always to his favor. It's always he's always going to have the upper hand in all these matches.
His boxing is his brother's pro wrestling. He's running the kayfabe, man. He's definitely running a shoot all the time.
And I'm not even mad at him. Seriously, I'm not mad at Pivot because he breaks bread. Yeah, he's breaking bread with everybody, which I'm not mad at. I actually salute the young gun for doing what he does. And hey, man, you can say what you want, but the dude is breaking bread. So I ain't even mad at him.
When that is the case, that's the one thing I respect. I don't have to like you to respect your business acumen. I grew up watching pro wrestling for a long time, well into my 20s. I was knowing exactly who Vince McMahon was and everything else, knowing what the game of wrestling was, and knowing I knew early that Hulk Hogan was racist. It still would pop with you when he went to WCW.
Still want to be a Hulk.
I didn't want to be a Hulkamaniac, but I was NWO for life when he was over there in WCW with Razor Ramon and them. Excuse me, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. My fault. I can't call them by their WWF names. Yeah, hey, look, I'm with you there, Low Sodium. It's WWF. It ain't WWE. I grew up with WWF.
When it was real, when mother was eating the turnbuckles. That's when I watched it, when it was real.
But whatever the case, hell, it was still, I thought it was still WWF when the Rock and the Nation Domination all them was there. I thought it was still WWF. I didn't think it went to WWE then. I don't know. I could be wrong. Whatever. I watched it heavy then too. Okay. Me and Big Wit, we was all in on it then. But whatever the case being, I watched UFC and Dana White's punk ass. You know what I'm saying? So I can't hate on it because I'm gonna be watching my boy Bones Jones tonight.
Okay.
But whatever the case being, as much as I don't like the character, the kayfabe, you know what I'm saying? I have to understand that's the social media personality. I don't know who this dude is as a person in real life, even only being from up the street. You know what I'm saying? Being from that close to the crib, I don't know who he and his brother truly are in person. I just know who they play on TV, play on the web. Doesn't it rubs me wrong? So for running that end of the kayfabe, good job, fellas. But as far as business and promotion go, they
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 did
run
it.
their action well.
All right,
And
man.
I need you to stop with the body spray, dog. I need you to
I
stop with the
know
body spray.
that was a little too much for me. And all right, man. Let's before we run out of time, real quick. Let's try to talk about Mr. Ice Cube. Speaking of
Well, no,
old head. Oh
that's on
shit,
the
shit, shit,
next
shit.
one. Yeah,
What
we actually running in on that video I sent you, man.
yes.
Sam
Yeah.
Mitchell. And first of all, Sam Mitchell, um, for everybody who don't know, Sam Mitchell is a former player for the Timberwolves, former coach of the Timberwolves,
Mm-hmm.
and now works on NBA TV. And him and the young gun, what is that? Chris Mitchell? Not Chris Mitchell. What is Chris's name? Chris Miles. They always they trying to their best on NBA TV to recreate the banter and the wildness that you get on TNT. But you have to understand on TNT, besides with Shaq, Ernie, and all those guys, Charles and those guys, um, besides the fact that you have a banter that goes with people who play together, that respect playing with each other, and kind of give each other ribbing, and it's been years developing those relationships. You can't just go in and be like, "Oh, I'm a copy talking trash to somebody." First of all, you need to know who Mr. Mitchell is. Mr. Mitchell was a brawler when he was in the league. This is
Mm-hmm.
Mr. He went to try and chip up Vince Carter, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
when he was in the league. He old school. He don't take, the disrespect easy, and you got to watch your jokes with him.
Yeah,
And
because
Chris,
it's like dude tried to go low and and the old head went to hell. It's like I got something for your young ass. I ain't got shit to lose or whatever. And it was quite disrespectful. And you could hear during the conversation that old boy told him, like, hey, look,
I've been
pretty
telling
much,
you about coming
yeah,
at me on TV.
yeah. I told you, like, that we could do it in front of the camera, we could do it behind the camera. Either
And,
way, man, I will, I will burn this Joker down. And that's what he did. I mean, he doxed the shit out of him. I mean,
and with that being the case, I want to apologize to you. No, 23andE does not live at the MGM sphere. I don't need y'all going to see where exactly in the sphere he lives. I was just making that up. I was clowning.
my
You
man.
know, hey dog, turn down the lights. They don't need to know I was telling the truth.
Right
I
on.
apologize. I didn't need to put your business out there that you live there. We
Right.
are going to say that's a game playing in the background. That is not the new U2 concert going on
That
downstairs.
that part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I do apologize. But yeah, for y'all wondering what we talking about, the video is online. Yeah, homeboy went there and put it out there when they was joking about, he didn't know that coaches didn't get gold medals along with the Olympic teams. So he's like, Steve Kerr didn't get a gold medal. He coached them cats, whatever.
Yeah.
And homeboy's like, nah, coaches don't get much around these days. You could kind of tell that from what you get paid. Oh, come on, man. He's like, you might as well be doing this pro bono. He's like, my checks look like I'm doing this pro bono. I ain't getting the money you getting.
That's where they
Trying
should
to
have left
clown,
it. Yeah,
trying to
that's
clown, but
yeah.
young Buck kept going with the jokes, and he's up there. He's like, all right. He's like, you up here screaming like you pole mouth. He's like, you got properties like this, and that, and threw an address out on air. Now
Yeah.
they've since gone and done a little bit of damage control on Instagram and everything else, clowning and everything else. He showed Chris showed up at Homeboy's crib and they did some fake little skit video or whatever. Damage is
That's
done.
how that
You
go.
still I get it. You going at least Mitchell going to at least serve this contract out.
Yep.
But can y'all still work together? But yeah, it
Man.
goes both ways. Mitchell went
Mhm.
too far, but like I said, if you look at his NBA career, he's got a history of going too far. He's that cat.
I'm a strong believer in you teach people on how they treat you. You got to teach them. And he took his ass to school that day. I'm sure he was like, "Fuck, this cat put my whole business out there." Now I might get hit with the tax man. Because
Yeah.
they don't know I'm spreading my money out like that. So,
Yeah.
that could have, like I said, man, that could go for defamation and all kind of stuff. That could go a whole nother way. But
They doing damage control. They playing it off like he said. He gave the address of the rental property. He ain't give the address of his home.
That was the warning shot. Yeah,
that was
like, motherfucker, I got my eyes on you. I did my homework, youngin. This whole little Google machine I got in my hand. Yeah, I could find you. I could reach out and touch you, and that's what he did.
Yeah, that's wild. So don't do that, y'all. Everybody don't have a situation where it's like,
Right.
oh, we gonna piece it up, and every competitor ain't gonna back off. Just ask Drake.
I'm out. That's how you land the plane. That's how you land the plane. Damn it.
Hey, appreciate everybody for watching us, clowning with us, hanging out. Appreciate the rest of the family. Old man Ali for creating a network for us to do our whole thing, and everybody doing their thing. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the new subscribers. Shout out to the old subscribers. And one other thing, shout out to everybody. We got a little uptick in merch sales, man.
Oh yeah, that'll be me and my fam, because we jumped on there, and my stuff is coming in probably this week. Yeah, they had a flash sale on what you call it on TeePublic. So get up on there, man. The shirts dropped down to 16. Yeah, double up, triple up. Get on the merch. So yeah.
Get on it. Let me if y'all see it, one shout out to Remnant. Remnant went and threw us up on IG. He went and copped some stuff. He's up there yo, support. Appreciate that. But yeah, get on there. Once again, tpublic.com/the Beatdown. That's the store. Hit the Schwebel room area of it. We got our stuff up. I think we might even, on top of having the new rat raised out there, we might have a Christmas drop.
Okay.
We might have a fresh Christmas drop going on.
All right.
Maybe so.
Be in the lab.
Appreciate y'all. Hey, we did another one, man. I appreciate your time, man. And
yes, sir.
we gonna scream on that. Peace.